Hi everyone, my name is Olya and welcome to our first episode of Coffee with Olya. I lead the marketing team here at Shopko and we are always excited looking at the future of mobile technology, especially in enterprises. So today with me I have our CEO Alex and CEO Edwin, and we are going to discuss the future of enterprise mobile applications in 2018 and beyond. So to really kick things off, Alex, in terms of industry, where do you see mobile going?
I think it's important to think beyond just the industry, and I'll talk about the industry in just a second. But one of the things that we've realized is the frenzy behind the consumer-facing applications is starting to really plateau. I think they are still extremely important to consumer-facing brands, and what we're starting to see is that the brands are now focused on maintaining and improving based on innovations released by the phones themselves or the devices themselves. Beyond that, I think to answer your question directly, I think there's really three big industries that are going to grow in terms of mobile application development. I think the first one is consumer services or consumer business. Within that, we think consumer products, retail, distribution, and a few others. The other two industries that I'm really hopeful for are financials, the financial service industry, and then the energy industry. I think all three of them have a huge opportunity from a mobile perspective. Um, I think obviously the biggest one is consumer products, and within that it's retail, right? We always think about retail, and the biggest thing that I've noticed in retail is applications to help employees service their customers better. I was at the mall the other day, and we all know, at least I think we all know here at Shopko, that Apple was one of the front runners in releasing mobile applications or mobile devices for their employees to help their customers at the mall. It was really interesting. I'm starting to see more and more businesses give their employees phones to process orders. And you're no longer waiting in line, but you're basically being serviced and checked out by the same person that helping you pick out those clothes or whatever that product is. So it's really interesting. I think we worked with AC Moore earlier this year and last year, remember,
Yep.
building that inventory management application to help their managers. And I think they were a little bit ahead of the curve a couple years ago. But really cool app.
Yeah, there's a few companies that are embracing these new technologies, more mobile. The whole idea of improving productivity in the employees in the consumer side as well as on the enterprise side. But then consumer side, when the employees are start using these mobile applications, the whole point is to improve the user experience. Retailers want people to come back. By improving these experiences, they will get more business. But the mobile applications that we're developing for companies like Eximor, Aero, are basically into specialized for specific tasks for the employees. So increasing that productivity in specific areas. There were off-the-shelf applications and solutions that we're using. That was a one-size-fits-all type of thing, which now is becoming less and less desired for companies and corporations, and more into, hey, how we can in the customization, how do we customize an application for my employees to do X, and connecting to Oracle, connecting to SAPs, which we've been working with a lot of these clients in strategizing creating roadmaps and creating the solutions. So we help them stay ahead with, is it better to create a customized or work an off-the-shelf solution?
Great. So we talked about the custom apps and the importance of the user experience. What other cool technologies do you think we should look out for next year?
Cool technologies. I think the coolest ones are actually coming back into style. It's IoT. And I think there was a huge push towards IoT in 2015, 14, 15, 16. And it kind of like just died away. I don't think the technology was up to par with what people expected. But now that mobile applications are really being built for the enterprise, I think IoT is going to come back into style. And I'm starting to hear a lot of our clients talk about IoT. Beyond IoT, I think like beacons and really having devices that communicate small pieces of data to the employee as they're walking around, whether it's a warehouse or a store or a bank. whatever that is, I think being able to transmit key pieces of data depending on your location and the presence is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and that involves a lot of data, right? A lot of smaller sensors always connected to the network. It creates that need of what do we do with all of this? Artificial intelligence, I see a lot more use cases on that next year. This year was more into, okay, here's how it works. Google, with TensorFlow, allowing developers to start utilizing their power, their servers. That's more now that, like you said, a lot of companies came into 2015 to, oh, we're gonna use beacons, we're gonna use this, we're gonna use that, but other than that, there were no more better cases. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, that's also gonna be big and huge, just because the amount of data that all of these devices are gonna be producing.
I think it's going to be really cool to see devices incorporate machine learning within the device itself, within the app itself, not necessarily processing it in the back end.
Right, and that allows into rapid design, rapid deployment, distribution. At the same time, allows not to just rely on servers. Most of the work can be done in those devices. There are the two areas. One is, should we continue improving these devices to be more powerful, or should we move all of that processing to the cloud? More and more, I see happening going to the cloud. So the information is going to be processed, and in order to send the results back to the device, we need faster networks. And 5G, as you know, is coming in the next year or so. So,
Thank you both so much for your time. We're definitely always excited here at Shockoe for all the new mobile technologies that are coming out in enterprises. If you have a chance, go on shockoe.com and check out our newest blog and our predictions for 2018 and beyond. And join us next time as we discuss augmented reality and its use in workforce and everyday life.